Hi, I'm Dave Painter. We're here in the withy bed at the back of the rushy. You may hear avocets alarming in the background there, and this will be the setting for June's Wildwatch. Well, we're just coming to the end of that really exciting spring period when things are changing all the time. Highlights for me have been an osprey flying over. Lots of people got to see the glossy ibis that was here. And just recently, we've had 3 spoonbills right in front of the South Lake Hyde. The avocets are really active at the moment. I counted 30 nests this morning. There's broods hatching as we speak. It really is a great time to come down to see these noisy, very visual birds. I can tell you that we've already seen our first green sandpiper. This is the bird that marks the turnaround of the year, the first return migrant. And we will see an increase in those migrants over the next month or so. Watch out especially for the very rare red-necked phalarope. And that's become almost annual here at Slimbridge in June. But an increase in waders generally, and especially early July, we should see a lot more.
Hello, my name's Paul Rose and I'm a PhD student here at WWT Slimbridge, and I'm investigating the behaviour of the flamingo flocks here on site. And you join me today in Flamingo Lagoon in front of the greater flamingo flock, who have been sitting on a large number of nests and have laid a large number of eggs and have currently just hatched the very first chicks of the season. So at the moment, the chicks are being kept very carefully on the nests by their parents, who will be incubating them and keeping them warm and feeding them. When a flamingo chick hatches, it's a very tight fit inside of that egg. So it takes a lot of time for the chick to recover and recuperate from hatching, which is why mum and dad keep them safe on the nest. But if you come back in a few weeks' time, lots of these chicks will be off the nest and they'll be milling around in a kind of nursery situation, which we call a creche. And that creshing behaviour is very important because it keeps the chicks safe, keeps them protected, and it means that mum and dad can find them. And having your chicks in a nursery is an adaptation to living in a big flock like this, which means the parents will always be sure that their chicks are not going to get into harm's way. The fact that these flamingos act so naturally and behave as they would in the wild is really useful for scientific research. And these birds at Slimbridge that are on our doorsteps allow us an insight into the behaviours that would otherwise be very difficult to look at. Wild flamingos live in very inhospitable environments and are very difficult to find. So the birds at Slimbridge means we can investigate particular aspects of their daily lives that might otherwise be impossible to see. So the uniqueness of Slimbridge, of housing all 6 species of flamingo in an environment where we can get really close to them, has been recognised by BIASA, and we have won a gold award for the flamingo research that we do. And that's a wonderful thing for both a scientist like myself to experience, but also for the aviculturalists themselves, because they are the ones that put the hard graft in on a day-to-day basis of looking after these birds so well and keeping them in these amazing conditions where they can behave so naturally. And that means that you folks, the visitors, get to see something that would be very difficult to see in the wild and is a unique spectacle of flamingo life right on your doorstep.
Hi there, my name's Freya and I'm the seasonal animal keeper here at Slimbridge. Today we're up in the breeding room and we're going to be looking at the fire salamanders. These amphibians get their name from old folklore where they were thought to have come out of fires, and this is because they like to hide in old logs and things like that, and these would be put on the fire and of course it would get far too hot for them, so they'd have to come crawling out. Fire salamanders are well known for their bright colours, and these come in yellows, reds and oranges. Now this is to warn off predators who will want to eat them, such as badgers and birds. Now they secrete toxins from their parotoid glands just at the backs of their heads, and what this does is it goes all over their bodies, meaning that they don't taste very nice, hopefully to encourage a predator to drop them. Fire salamanders can be found all over Europe. There are over 10 subspecies altogether, and they can be found from Spain all the way to Turkey. Today we are going to show you 4 of those subspecies and their details here in the breeding room. The Portuguese fire salamanders we have here at Slimbridge are generally more slimmer in build, and you can also see that they have yellow horseshoe shaped spots all over their back, and they can sometimes have a red splodge on their parotoid gland. The central Spanish salamander is the bulldog of the fire salamander world. They have much wider heads, stockier bodies and far fewer yellow spots, meaning they look far darker. Our next salamander is the Pyrenees fire salamander, and these can be found in the mountain ranges between Spain and France. Now these are very distinct from our other subspecies here at Slimbridge because of those two continuous yellow stripes down their back, like go faster stripes. The French fire salamander is similar to the Pyrenees fire salamander, as it also has two yellow stripes down its back. However, their one is broken up instead of continuous. These salamanders differ from the tailed amphibians we get here in the UK, and that's because instead of laying eggs, they will give birth to live young. Fire salamander larvae are carnivorous from birth, and you can also see they have external gills which make them different from other young amphibians. We hope to see you at one of our Toad Hall talks where you can come see our fire salamanders and even get a chance to hold one.
Thanks for watching. I do hope you get some great experiences over the next few weeks, and we'll see you again next month.